Our topic today, the gray hair. Welcome to International Academy Germanische Heilkunde by Dr. Hamer, MD. My name is John Holledauer. At GHK Academy, I am responsible for representing the original seminar program, according to Dr. Hamer, in the English language. I know, now I will disappoint many people concerned with this, but now I'm going to tell you the truth. Gray hair, or even white hair, is not related to wisdom, unfortunately. Instead, it has to do with bad experiences throughout life, which was associated as an ugly separation conflict on the head. So it was one of several separation conflicts of beloved people or even animals, where something ugly was filled in addition, and this separation conflict was therefore associated on the head. Because one stroked this being repeatedly on the head, or was stroked by it. If one had associated conflict with the body and not on the head, this would have caused the white spot disease, that is, vitiligo. In the conflict active phase, the hairs become white and remain so, until this ugly separation conflict is resolved. In the healing phase, the hair gradually regains its original color. The crisis, as always in squamous epithelium, is the absence, which is rarely noticed. I know it sounds unbelievable, but gray hair can regain its original color. But after this case study, you will understand how and why such a thing works. I have known a man for many years who is now about 45 years old. He has curly and dark long hair. He looks like an Indian. And right in the middle of his dark hair, he has a white strain on the highest point of his head, about the width of a finger. It almost looks like it is made artificial. So he must have associated an ugly separation conflict right at that point. After I will have told you his associated conflict, you will have understand what causes gray or white hairs and how it works. As a young man, he traveled abroad a lot. During one of his home visits, someone said to him, "That baby on the floor is your daughter." He doesn't know that his girlfriend at the time was pregnant and has given birth to a child. However, the mother of the child does not want to deal with him anymore, and a conflict arose about the custody of that baby. In total, there were about 20 guardianship hearings in court. This was the ugly thing about this separation from his baby. When he was holding his little daughter, he stroked her with the finger, softly circling her fontanelle. So precisely at the place where he stroked his daughter, he associated this ugly separation conflict on his own head to the inch of the spot and in the middle of his dark fuzzy hair. It's amazing, isn't it? Today, his white hairs are gone. Of course, there must be a reason for this too. So he must have resolved this ugly separation conflict, and he did. Today he is married to his daughter's mother, and in addition to his daughter, who is now 20 years old, they have a 5-year-old boy. Now they have 2 children together. The dispute about the custody is now irrelevant, and his hairs return to his original color. I knew him with his white string, and we're still good friends today. He knew Germanische Heilkunde for a long time himself, and he told me his conflict. If you ask someone like him who has experienced this, or like me who has witnessed this, if you ask someone like this if we really believe about Germanische Heilkunde, then someone like that would ask the counter question, do you still believe, or do you already know? Through experiences, the belief becomes knowledge, and with the knowledge we have the power. The conflict healing power, a holy power. That shocking and ugly perceived separations can lead to gray or even white hairs overnight. One knows, for example, from mothers who receive the death notice of their child, or from soldiers in trenches who had to experience the horror and have gray hairs overnight. The hairs that slowly turns gray is the many or minor ugly separation, that is, the wounds to the soul that one has to take in the course of the life. Have fun with your continued GHK studies. Always study Hamer only in the original. Goodbye. Until the next video.
Germanische Heilkunde is considered by those who have understood its underlying principle to be the most significant discovery in the history of humanity. While conventional medicine is based on more than 5,000 hypotheses, Germanische Heilkunde can proclaim itself to be the only medicine that is scientifically verifiable. With Germanische Heilkunde, for the first time in known history of humanity, there is a medicine that can be reproduced in a strictly scientific manner, for any patient case. More than 30 different universities have already confirmed this in the past. Nevertheless, Dr. Hamer's discovery has been suppressed and denigrated for over 40 years. Take your health into your own hands and learn about Germanische Heilkunde, while you are still healthy. For this, the GHK Academy offers you an extensive collection of seminar video tutorials, from the basics, through the organ level, to the psychoses. This seminar program will change your relationship with your body and your health forever. You will find a direct link to the homepage of the GHK Academy in the description below this video.